Hey, you YouTubers out there. Yes, you saw right. Cloud storage for Minecraft. We're not talking about, you're saving it to some file on the hard drive and you got to go to the server and get it off. No, we're talking about a situation where I can log into one server and do stuff, build stuff. Let's say the owner is going to shut the server down. With my plugin, you can basically take photos of everything you have and store it into the internet, and you go to a new server that has my plugin installed, and you can just pull them right out of the internet and they'll build in your world. Configuration, how to set it up, all you gotta do is grab my jar, blockelot.com .jar, and drop it in your plugins folder, and it takes care of everything. Of course, there are hold on here. Of course, there are a ton of features on this. Also, all the permissions are, it has permissions for every function. So you could say you could let anyone take pictures, but you might only let, some people do different things. This thing does a lot. And plus it has the virtual internet file system. So without ado, let's go ahead and I'm going to switch to my Minecraft view here. Boom, right? So there's Minecraft. We all know this. I have a server that I run out on it's on a Linux box. It's not this computer. It's out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect to it. So there it is, the asylum, and we're going to join the server. So if you were just signing into a server that had my plugin installed, if you see where it says registration message player linked to Blockelot, that's because I've already, when I logged into my game server and I got everything working, I typed b.reg and then my email address, vince@fairfieldtech.com. And what it does is it recognizes my email address and saves it, and takes my game GUID and associates it with that email address, and now that is the key that I use to save all your game data. So what this allows me to do is I can fly around this world. Let's see, let's find somewhere to go. I think there's a village over here. Now this is on 1.16.4. I do not believe it'll work on earlier versions, but okay, here we go. There's a little village over here. Let's say, wow, that computer-generated village looks nice. I mean, how often would you say, that computer-generated village looks nice? I didn't think so either. So, but let's say we did. So, and we wanted to save that for, maybe we want to use it somewhere else. Alright, so what we could do is we come over here. This looks like the corner of it. And just to make sure that we get all the way down there, and we type b.worldedit.select, and that selects that point all the way at the bottom down there as my corner. And now I'm going to need to go to the other corner, which we're going to put way over here. Now, if I knew the coordinates, like I should have probably written them down and then acted awesome and all, but if I had known the coordinates, instead of having to click on, aim at a block and hit select, I could have just typed b.we.select and then the coordinate, like, the XYZ of the coordinate, and it would have used the XYZ specified instead of where I was pointing at. So it's all in the documentation. It's great detail. So we just hit here b.we.select. Alright, so now let's copy it. So b.we.copy. Now when I wrote this, I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't lag out a server if someone were to say copy, I don't know, a ton of blocks. So everything is set up with threading and so forth, so that it minimizes the load on the main Minecraft thread, so that you don't get like chickens that kind of hop across the field. Because one of my builds, I was having that problem. I'm watching the skeletons walk around, and as this thing is feeding me data, I'm saying, oh, why are these guys walking funny? Well, once again, it was doing too much work. So I've set all those settings at the optimal. They're set by default when you install the plugin, but I do allow you to lower the block count sizes for sending and receiving if you have bandwidth issues, or you don't want to, so it would mean more requests, but, less data per block or however. So there's a whole bunch of configuration settings in there. I'm going to be documenting it on the website, and hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll be able to have this thing rolling out for people to run on their servers and give it a whirl. So, okay, so we now copied it, we selected it, we copied it. So let's see where we are in the file system. So we type b.ls. Anyone that's an old Linux person knows that ls means, directory listing. So it shows me I've got a folder called farms. Well, I don't want to put this town in farms. I want to put this town in towns. So I would say b.make directory, which is mk, towns. Okay, so if I do a b.ls, boom, now I got a folder, so I can say, alright, that's great, I want to change directory, towns. Alright, so now we're in towns. So now I want to say, okay, b.save, town 1. Awesome, man. Yeah, man. And what it will do now is take that schematic of blocks that we have basically in a very compressed piece of memory, and it is now pushing it all up into the cloud and storing it in my virtual file system in the folder towns, and then a file called someone's awesome. I think it was me. So anyway, so now moving along, we see, it's not lightning fast. I wanted to throttle things and, and make sure that we don't kill any servers with this. So, it could probably go faster. Let's see how it works out in the wild. All right, so I saved it. So I am done here. I have taken my snapshot. I want to go play on my home, the one I'm going to have running on my local computer. So I'm going to disconnect. There's my local. I'm going to start it up real quick here. And what you will see is, so this is a totally different copy of Minecraft. The one I was playing on is a Linux server I have on my network. Now I'm playing on the local server on my workstation. So I'm running a Spigot MC build with just my plugin in. So, and it's running on localhost. So we're in here. So, alright, wow, this world is pretty dull. You know that? Hey, I can't even fly. That's right, because I haven't even... game mode, creative... there we go. Oh, that's much better. So, like I was saying, this place is pretty bad. So, let's see something. b.ls. Oh, yeah, that's right. b.change directory towns. Sweet. Alright, b.ls. And we see that we got town 1 awesome man saved in there. So what we're going to do is say b.load. Now it is case sensitive, so you'd want to make sure you type it in right. Town _1 awesome man. And now it will be going out to the internet, and well, as you can see, it loaded it into your clipboard. So if I go over here to this little nice rock island, I can do something like this. b.we.paste. And we sit here and watch the numbers scroll by. And I'll explain why all these numbers are scrolling. There is actually a very good reason for it, but I really can't explain it right now until I can show you. So we gotta wait for this to we gotta wait for this to finish pasting. So let's see what happens here. Oh, trust me, it's not supposed to be doing anything yet. It's doing a whole bunch of math right now. Boom. Oh, look at this. I'll be darned. Well, holy cow. You know what? This barren world now has a town. What do you think of that, guys? Now, it will copy the contents of chests and hoppers and things like that. Now, it's up to the server owner whether he wants to allow paste to include contents. So whoever runs it, you have to set an option in the config file that says, paste can include chests. I think it's something like that. I don't remember the exact detail, but it's like that. So now, one of the things I always like to do is that, when you want to paste something, okay, so this is pretty cool, right? Right. So, okay, so we're going to go right here, and we're just going to look right there, right? And now, I just want to try something. B.we.paste. Alright, so, what are our coordinates? X, Y, and Z. So if we type Z-axis, and I say 180, what does it say? Oh, the only safe rotation is on the Y-axis. Put an F at the end to force the rotation. Oh, alright. Well, I wonder why. So let's... let's only do it 90, because, 180 might be too much. So we'll just do it 90. And paste. Do it. Oh, we don't have anything in our buffer. Oops. Where's my load? Hold on here, guys. That's the easiest enough way to reload it. Okay, so now we're going to say, boom, right there. Right. Awesome. Then I put an F, not dash F. Did I do something wrong again? There we go. Alright. So this thing is going to be rotated 90 degrees on the Z-axis. Like, say what? Because you can't turn things like 90 degrees in Minecraft, right? I mean, you can. I don't think you can. Maybe that's why that little warning was showing in my, in my game, is that, you can't, Vince. It's just a bad idea, keep your loading. Oh no. Possible, but I don't think so. So let's just wait and see what happens here. Alright, someone's done all its math. Now, some of you are saying, well, why are you always doing math? Well, there's a lot of things you got to calculate when you're doing rotations and such. So, what do we have? Well, I'll be damned if we don't have a town turned sideways. Now, yeah, I'm going to say that's pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder if we can do something like, if we were to say, let's load the town again. I mean, that was cool. I mean, I gotta say, for aesthetics, that's pretty neat. Or I could say something like, instead of 90, I guess we could do 180 force, and if we watch... Now, mind you, if your Minecraft server has a lot of load, the math this thing does to get the rotations right and so forth, I don't know, I would limit functionality. I wouldn't give it wide open permission for people to cut and paste. It does it very effectively, but it is a load. So anyway, and by default, if you do not use permissions, only operators are allowed to use the commands, and it is disabled for everyone else. So, alright, so let's see what we got here. We should have some... Whoa! Now, ain't that cool? I mean, honestly, I don't think you can actually build this. I just don't think this is possible to even be built by hand. But it's one of those things where I'm like, well, now that's just damn pretty cool. Like, hold on, let's see if I can get some night vision here. Where is that? There it is. Night vision. Give me night vision. Let's see what we got here. I mean, you gotta give me credit on this one. I think I did an alright job. I mean, a little bit of an applause here would be nice. Yeah, so you can rotate on all the rotational axes, X, Y, and Z. Some of them, when you turn things a certain way, that items will break, and so forth. So you saw that I'm able to do that town, so I brought that town back. But a more practical thing would be like, you saw that farm I had on the other server. Let's say I was starting on a new server, and, hey, I really want to have my farm, the old one shut down. Let me just build one real quick. The old way, we had to use these construction blocks or something. I don't know. It just seemed really, impossible to figure out. But now we can just say b.we.clear, and that's going to clear our buffer. And then let's see where we are in the file system. Oh, we're in town, so we got to go change directory dots and b.ls. We want farms. b.change change directory, farms, case sensitive, b.ls. Hey, look, I got a TNT farm in there. So let's load that sucker right on up. So we just say b.load TNT underscore farm. We hang out for a second. It's going to contact the world and load everything. So it just loaded a quite large. All right. So well, anyway, let's just do this b.we.paste, and we're done here. I mean, it's going to take a couple seconds, and I should, if everything went right, I should have a TNT farm here. So where I'm envisioning this to go is as a way for people to move assets between games without having to copy files around, things like that. Also, you know, for people that build worlds, they can keep collections of schematics online so that no matter where they are in the world, they can access their commands. I also plan to take the website. The also reason why I make you register an email address is because that will be your login when you will be able to log into the website, so you'll be able to download all your schematics and things like that. And then also, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, doing some sort of, you know, thing where, you know, possibly maybe doing a store where people can sell their designs. I mean, it's awesome what this thing allows me to do. Oh, hey, take a look at this. It's it finished. There you go. Look at this. Look at this stuff. This is cool. All right, so yeah, I pasted it one block too high, but look at this. So when I built this and saved it, I put water elevators in them. You know, so you could go up. I like using, by the way, there's a great resource out there called Elevators. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's done great. I love it. But when I want to build something I want to save on the cloud, I don't like using plugins because, well, you know, they won't work when you restore them. If that server doesn't have the plugin installed, it basically doesn't work. So the idea is you come up here and you AFK for, you know, 24 hours. When you're done, you know, the idea is, okay, I come back, oh, look, it's tomorrow. Okay, I want to go down. So we go all the way down. And then, you know, you hop out of here. And hopefully, if all goes well, you can walk around to here. And we'll have a whole bunch of gunpowder. Let's see. Yeah, see what I mean? Okay. So that's, in concept, what you'll be able to do. And just remember, I just pasted all this in like seconds. No work, nothing special. Didn't have to load anything on my server. Just put the plugin in. So it'll do other things too. So also all based on permissions. You ever want to like dig down to the bedrock and see if it's like a slime chunk? So you can do something like this. b.we.strip mine. Boom. So what it'll do is it'll tunnel all the way down to the bottom. Now, I'm a conscientious creator. Like, if I'm going to clear some hole like this, I don't want to destroy the blocks because I think that's wrong because, you know, that's me being greedy. I'm taking all these blocks out of circulation when, you know, other people could use it. So when I built this tool, I said, okay, well, I'll just make it create chests and put the items that it gets into it. Now, over here somewhere, I'm sure there's some box of stone. Honestly, it's one of those things. There you go. So you can see, you know, it put buckets of lava in for all the lava that was in the zone, so forth and so on. So it's kind of neat. But, you know, like the thing I don't like about it is, well, you know, you have all these chests, and, you know, kind of chests are harder to make sometimes because of wood. So, you know, I was like, wow, that's a lot of cheating because now you have all those chests. So I was like, you know what, that's not going to work, Vince. That just doesn't want to work. So we would do something like b.we.undo, right? You know, because we don't want that. I mean, so, right? I mean, we want to forget we thought of trying to do that. That was just a really bad idea we had. So, but wait. The reason why it was a bad idea is because we had all those chests. But what happens? Wait, isn't there a BB? Oh yeah, the block bank vault. So what is the block bank vault? Oh, I didn't wait for it to finish. Yeah, okay. So to prevent you from, because this thing's multi-threaded, to prevent one thread from crashing into another thing, I don't let you run two commands at once. So you have to wait for one command to finish before you can run your next command. So as you can see, my computer is filling in the hole with the original blocks, with the original state, so forth and so on. The only thing it doesn't put back is the entities. But everything else it'll put back perfectly. let me just wait for this to finish. Now, my workstation, it's not as powerful as, well, other workstations. We just keep hanging out here, and come on. So it's going to fill that hole, and I guess I probably shouldn't, in retrospect, done that. So the other thing we can do is the block. Oh, and I can't show you the block bolt. So anyway, so one of the things my solution was is I came up with a virtual block bank. So the block bank is stored in the internet. I have storage in the internet that this plugin connects to, and what it does is every server has a UUID that my system assigns to the server when the plugin starts up. So I know your UUID, I know the server's UUID, so I am able to create a cloud inventory for your characters on each server, where each character has its own inventory. So if you log into, World A, you'll have the inventory in the cloud that is World A, and I'll explain it to you once this thing finishes. If you log into World B, you'll still be the same user, but you'll have the inventory from World B. Just give me one more second here, folks. I'm just waiting for this to finish. It's not usually taking this long. I'm sure I'll have to take a look at this and see what maybe I made a mistake or something when I wrote it. I don't know, because I've been doing micro optimizations. I'm thinking I might have to look at this code, but let's wait here a couple seconds. Well, we can cheat, to be honest with you. If I do this and then reconnect, well, if you disconnect mid run, it'll abort the command you were doing, which not always is a good thing. So let's say I wanted to do here. So we could say b.bbinv, and what does that command say? Welcome to the first Minecraft blank bank of Blockelot. Your block bank is empty. So there's a couple ways you can put blocks in your bank. You can do something like that, chapel keep, stone, I don't know, 1,000, right? And then so I had to, and then you could say, oh, you dig some more, and you say you got some redstone block. Yeah, there you go. You got a lot of them. Okay. And while I was there, I got some. Oh, of course, diamond block. I mean, of course, everyone gets diamond blocks. And everyone gets like 1,000,000 of them, right? So if I look in my inventory right now, yeah, we're pretty full. All right, so what I can do is b.block, bank block, deposits. Well, I can do something like this if I really want to. And boom. My inventory is empty. It'll only take blocks, folks. And if I want to say b.blockbank inv, I can now see what I have in the bank. Pretty cool, huh? And if you want to withdraw, you would just say b.blockbank withdraw, and then you could say stone, say 12. Okay, gives you the receipt. Bring it up, and look, I got 12 stone in my bank, in my inventory. So the idea was that if you need a place sometimes to store stone, because you just don't want these chests and chests and chests of blocks. So now that brings us back to that strip mine thing. Remember we had all this chests on the moment, so that kind of came to this. So I said, okay, so let's do this. Let's do strip mine. Oh, I forgot the we. b.we.strip mine, and true. What true says is use your block bank. So it's just stripped that whole puppy down. Now, for the stuff that is not a block, if it's not a block, it's going to be in chests at the bottom of that hole. But any block, whether it's stone, whatever, lava, whatever, it's now going to be automatically deposited. Oh, see, there's my slip into my block bank. So it, puts a deposit in. So I can literally, so if that's not a big enough area, I can say, okay, well, let's do this one too. And it will keep laying it out. So, sometimes you need to clear an area down to bedrock, and, well, this was my solution to it. Now, the way I do it without having to use any special lighting, it's a layer, it creates a layer of lava with another layer across, and then, you know, it just keeps going. So you can literally um, clear out a whole chunk, I mean, or a whole section of chunks. I mean, we can just keep going and just say, boom, beta, weta, strip mine, true. And of course, you can undo these things. So I don't think I have the code in there, though, to withdraw the items from the bank. But you understand what happens there. So that inventory of blocks, even though your account's in the internet, that load of blocks is unique to this server. So like if I go to my other server, none of this will be available to me. Now, my goal in the future is maybe give server operators the ability to charge maybe a storage fee. So every day I'll calculate and call a function back on the plugin, and it'll use Vault and charge all the people with stored items in it. Something so that world owners can use it to turn some profit. And I'm hoping that people will come to my Patreon if people start using it and really liking it. The server costs me $30 a month to run. Right now I'm paying for it. I figure I'll pay for it for a year. If I can't get 30 people to send me $1 a month to run the server, I guess I suck, and it's just not worth keeping the product going. So anyway, guys, it's been a blast. Definitely grab my plugin, check it out. It's free. Everything is free. Enjoy Minecraft and play hard, folks. It's fun. Y'all have a great evening, and let's just all try and get through this sickness together.